For the flower, you'll need to know how to make a magic ring, also known as a magic circle, a slip stitch, and a double crochet. Watch our shorts to learn how to make these. To make the flower, we're going to start with the magic ring or magic circle. This is the easiest way that I found to make the magic circle. Then we're going to put 5 crochets in the magic circle. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Once we have our 5 crochets, we're going to close the circle by pulling the tail, and now we're going to work on the petals. To make the petals, we're going to start by inserting our hook into the first stitch on our magic circle. We're then going to get the pink yarn and attach that to the hook. We're then going to slip the hook with the yarn through the stitch as well as through the loop on the hook. That completes our slip stitch. We're going to tighten our stitches by pulling the working yarn. And next we're going to do 2 chains with our pink yarn. So there's 1 chain and then 2 chains. And next we're going to go into that same stitch with a double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, put it through the stitch, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and that's our double crochet. And then we're going to do 2 chains. When a petal ends, a new one starts. In this second stitch, we're going to do a slip stitch, and that ends the first petal. Then 2 chains to start a new petal, and then we do a double crochet in that same second stitch. Then we're back to doing 2 chains, and then we're going to do a slip stitch in the third stitch to end that petal. Then we do 2 chains to start a new petal, then a double crochet back into that third stitch, and then 2 chains, and then a slip stitch in the fourth stitch that ends the third petal, and then 2 chains, and this starts a new petal. And then we do a double crochet in the same fourth stitch, and then 2 chains, and then in the fifth stitch we do a slip stitch to end that fourth petal, and then 2 chains, and this starts the fifth petal. Then we do a double crochet in that fifth stitch, and then we're back to doing 2 chains, and then we're going to finish it off in this last open stitch by doing a slip stitch and pulling the yarn through. Then we're just going to cut the tail. It doesn't have to be any certain length. Now just pull the yarn through. Now that we're basically done, we're just going to cut off all the loose pieces. For the white strands, I'm just going to tie it so that none of them come loose. And then I'm just going to cut them close to the flower because I'm not going to use the white strands to sew it on anything. I'm going to leave this pink strand, and then for this tail I'm going to get a darning needle, and I'm going to thread it right through the stitch under where we just finished off. And we're basically done. Now I'm just going to tie the 2 loose tails together. And then cut them close to the flower. And we're finished with our flower. We're going to make a lot of these so that we can put them on her dress, around her neck, and of course on her bow.